Hello everyone, I'm Berrywitched, and today I'm here with you to play Berrywitched. Excuse my voice if it's a little scratchy, I have a bit of a cold, but nothing some warm tea can't help. So I found this on itch.io. I believe it was made for, it was made for the Strawberry to the Heart Game Jam. I don't know what year that was. But it looks like will be interesting. It said it'll take about 30 to 120 minutes, which is a large difference. So let's get into it and see how it goes. It helps if I hit the right tab. New game. Warning, this game contains violence, mild gore, mentions of suicide, mentions of self-harm, killing, and death. Viewer discretion is advised. Viewer discretion is advised. When I grew up, the folklore surrounding our neighboring forest was always filled with such intrigue. Oh, what some of us would give to enter that endless maze of trees, bushes, and a fog so thick it tricks your eyes. Not many children were allowed to go in by themselves, and many legends we heard helped deter us from the woods. One of the most prominent ones claimed that any living creature that found themselves lost within the woods was destined to die. This urban legend was only really used by parents to scare kids out of going into the woods on their own, but there have been real reports of people going missing inside these woods, never be seen again. What drew the kids into these woods in the first place? The answer was surprisingly another urban legend. Rumor has it that a powerful witch lives deep, deep within the forest, hidden amongst the trees and wildlife. She is said to have the power to bring one's deepest desires to fruition. What kid wouldn't dream of endless riches, popularity, or success? Your deepest desires were awfully promising. However, getting lost while trying to find the witch and succumbing to the forest's other legend, the thought was terrifying. As I grew up, my fear of these woods grew less and less. I'm not afraid of what lies beyond these trees anymore. What lies beyond? There are many paths to avoid this fate, yet some seem to lead in circles or just bring you nowhere. It's infuriating when you're trying to get to one place only to be back where you started. That rumor, it echoed in my mind as I wandered aimlessly for what seemed to be hours. My legs were growing weak from the bumpy path I walked on. I'm calm. I'm fine. Everything will be fine. Despite saying these things to myself, I noticed my hands were shaking. I was lost deep, deep into the woods. Damn these winding paths. Choosing to heed my leg's request for rest, I sat down against a tree nearby. The cold, thick air felt almost refreshing as I sat there. Over time, my eyes beckon for rest as well, and I comply with their demands. My vision slowly fades to black. That doesn't seem safe. Hello, are you alright there? I hear a feminine voice call out to me. Well, good, I guess. My eyes still closed. I felt a sharp pain in my head. A headache? My body felt in a different position from where I last left it. I could feel the cold grass beneath my head, but I don't remember lying down. I opened my eyes to finally meet the mysterious voice. Oh, you're okay, thank goodness. I was starting to get worried. A girl with bright pink hair and an even brighter disposition met my gaze. She was hovering over my body, kneeling next to me. Her smile felt warm and comforting. She emanated the smell of freshly baked bread and strawberries. Ooh. The more I thought, the worse the pain in my head became. Ow. I groaned in pain, slowly gathering the strength to stand up once more. Oh, careful there. Here, let me help you. Maybe choosing a visual novel was not a good idea, but it's too late because I already started the episode, so we're going to have to finish this. The girl held onto my arm and supported me as I stood up. My legs still ached, and my head hurt, but nothing bad seemed to happen to me. Right, there would be no chance of those silly legends being true. As I looked over at her, noticing her fancy attire. What an odd girl. What was she doing out in the forest dressed like that? I suppose I shouldn't judge her so harshly. Her dress is cute, and she did just help me after all. Thank you. Who are you? Oh, my name is Strawberry. I run a bakery not too far from here. What's your name, friend? Oh, my turn. Rat. My name's Rat. It's nice to meet you, but did you say your name was Strawberry? I say as another person named after a noun. Oh, I can use spacebar. Oh no, spacebar. Oh, spacebar just go to the text box. Yeah, my name is Strawberry because I'm the Strawberry Witch, silly. Regardless, it's nice to meet you, Rat. Wait, did she just say witch? She didn't appear to be the more spiritual kind. She looked more like riding broomsticks and making potions, that kind of witch? Or perhaps was she the witch that I heard of in the legends all those years ago? Golly, you look really worn out. Say, how about you come and rest in my bakery for a while? You must be thirsty. I can get you something lovely to drink on the house. I'll save. Sure, why not? This girl might seem strange, but God, was I thirsty. I had no idea how long I've been out here, so something to drink sounded so good right now. That alert that came from my inner child wanting to believe that she was the witch from the legend persuaded me even more. The reason I came to this forest could always wait a little longer. Besides, she didn't seem like the threatening type of person. Thank you, I would love that. But first, can you tell me more about what you mean by a witch like you? Oh, silly me. You probably don't have people like me where you're from. I'm a strawberry witch. My magic's centered around strawberries, plants, and all things sweet. I use my magic to make lovely treats and helps in making people smile. So, no broomsticks. No granting someone's greatest desire, either. Her answer was a little disappointing. Still, I couldn't help but feel that there was something greater beneath the surface. Huh? No, although I suppose I can make a strawberry fly if I worked hard on it. Yeah, this girl was harmless, at least. The witch enthusiastically led me through the winding paths of the forest. She appeared as though she knew every tree, bush, and rock like the back of her hand. As we walked, one question lingered in my mind. Why would you build a bakery in a supposedly cursed forest? Surely it must be bad business to set up shop out where people are too scared to go. Maybe that's where her witchy magic kicked in. Perhaps she has her own reasons that I simply can't see yet. I tried to rationalize answers to each question that kept invading my head. My thoughts kept me so preoccupied that it was frankly a shock to me when we had arrived at the location. This isn't suspicious at all. What the? The house Strawberry led me to appeared to be made entirely of cake with a sugary frosting on top of the candy-scented rooftop. It looked delectable. The Strawberry Witch's Bakery. The appearance would be any child's greatest dream. A very creative, imaginative child with a particularly sweet tooth, that is. When is it real? This all felt like an entirely different world. It was almost as if I had stepped foot into a fairy tale. Walking through fields of strawberry house bushes and closer to the house, I could see a sign that read the Strawberry Witch's Bakery. Ta-da! Here we are. What do you think of the exterior, Rat? It took me so long to perfect my magic in order to make everything this cute. 1 second, I want to get a thumbnail. Is that real cake? Is it edible? Wrong thing. I asked this out of curiosity alone, totally not because being out in the forest all by myself made me hungry. Eek. No, it's not real. Not real at all. Just a totally normal bakery made out of normal bakery materials. So it's real. Please don't eat my house. Strawberry spoke in a panicked voice and began to fidget with her apron. The house was totally edible. She's a really bad liar. Still, I felt bad, so I decided to give her this at least. Right, totally inedible. Gotcha. Anyways, why don't I show you the inside? The witch quickly guided me inside. Whether that was an attempt to keep me from eating the house or simply because she felt awkward and wanted to move on from the topic, I'll never know. It was probably a mix of both options. A warm rush of air brushed past my face upon entering the door of the bakery. The smell of fresh baked goods welcomed me further into the house. It was obviously apparent the strawberry theme resonated inside the building as well. Everything from the bright lights to the chairs, even the rug was shaped in a strawberry pattern. The walls separating the front counter from the seating area were also made of strawberries. I didn't think they could grow in vertically. No, I'm certain the way they appeared on the wall, it shouldn't be possible. Frankly, I wasn't sure whether to be impressed or concerned about what I was getting myself into. Croissants, cakes, cookies, and more stocked the shelves. Many shapes and sizes. They all made my mouth water. Surprisingly, not all of the baked goods my hostess had displayed were made of strawberries. It's good to have some variety, I suppose. Can I get you something to drink? I quite recommend our strawberry milk. Oh, or strawberry lemonade. Those are the best. Ah, so much for variety. Only strawberry drinks. This girl was kind of funny with her extreme thinking. Strawberry milk. Oh, I should have saved. Crap, it's fine. Probably not a big deal. Ah, can I have some strawberry milk? No. Honestly, strawberry milk always held some sort of nostalgia for me. I can't quite remember the last time I've had it, though. I suppose today is just as good as any to indulge in as good a day as any to indulge in an old treat. Yes, of course. Go make yourself comfy, Red. I'll be right back. With that, Strawberry pranced into the kitchen, humming a soft tune as she left. I took a moment to observe the room a bit closer before sitting down, and my gaze landed on the spiral staircase in the corner of the room. Vines of strawberries wrapped themselves gently around the hand railing, ripe and fresh as all the strawberries around. I looked up curiously to see whether the stairs may lead. In the corner of my eye, I could spot what seemed to be a bed. So she lived here as well. It's a bit odd to have the staircase to your room right in the middle of your bakery. I could hear her humming, getting closer. She must almost be back by now. Wanting to avoid looking like a snoop, I took a seat. She joined me shortly after, sitting across from me. Here you go. You must be thirsty, she said, setting down my drink of choice in front of me. I took a sip almost immediately. The cool, refreshing taste of the strawberry milk immediately regenerated some of the lost energy I had. Thank you. This was awfully kind of you. Ah, don't mention it. I live to serve. She laughed melodically, saying the live to serve bit in an almost goofy, overly fancy voice. Just please, let me know if you need anything, okay, Rat? Anything at all. She smiled at me. Her voice sounded genuinely concerned. It was admittedly nice to feel someone so worried about me. I wasn't used to the feeling. Our conversation slowly melted into silence. I should probably think of something to say. Interrogate her. Can you tell me more about yourself? Can you tell me more about yourself? I had been curious to learn more about the witch. I feel like I've only gotten short tidbits or vague information thus far. Huh? Me? Honestly, I'm a bit more curious to learn about you. There really isn't much to me, honestly. Ha, that's not true, Sugar. I can tell you have a really sweet soul. I can see it in the glint of your eyes. There's a spark there, and unlike any other I've seen. Despite the fact that I was sure she was just saying that to be nice, I couldn't help but smile softly as the girl spoke. You're too kind, truly. She had just met me, but she was so nice to me. I didn't understand why. Enough about me. Let's go back to you. Oh, right. Well, let's see. My hobbies are pretty obvious. I love baking and gardening with all my heart. Especially baking anything that has to do with strawberries, haha. Strawberries are your favorite fruit, I'm guessing? What? No, it's oranges. Just kidding. I let out a small chuckle at her humor. It's cute. She was cute. What else? Although I'm the Strawberry Witch, I'm still practicing new kinds of magic every day. Like recently, I've been really interested in the magic of granting wishes. Huh? Just like the legend? Maybe she is the witch I've heard of, after all. That's not all it, though. I'll admit it is a little strange, but I've been working on a magic that can bring things to life in a whole new way. Like reanimating the dead? Oh, it's actually a bit more embarrassing than that. Here, this actually reminds me, I have a present for you. Excitement burst through her voice as she spoke, abruptly standing up from her seat. Wait right here. She ran off, leaving me alone to question what was happening. A present for me? But why? Once again, she just met me. I didn't understand the reason for her kindness. Strawberry came back with a small pink box wrapped in light green ribbon. Plopping it down in front of me, she gave me an excited smile. Go on, open it. It's for you. Hesitantly, I opened the gift box to reveal... Is this a plushie? It's so cute. Haha, no silly, that's a straw bunny. They're a mix of bunny and strawberry. One of my recent creations with life magic. Interesting. Eat it. No, we're not eating it, but also... Hi, little buddy. I smiled warmly and pet the straw bunny's head with one finger. La la la! They're awfully adorable, huh? Thank you, Strawberry. I'll take good care of them. Strawberry looked happier than ever after seeing me and her straw bunny get along. You better take good care of them, Rat. I'm trusting you. Wah! Aw, they like you so much already. The tiny straw bunny curled up nicely within my hand, making themselves comfortable. They were so tiny, I was afraid of accidentally crushing or hurting them. Hey, Rat, this is a little unrelated, but hypothetically, if you could wish for anything, what would you wish for? I froze for a moment. My wish, my greatest desire. It's something I can only accomplish on my own. I wouldn't ask that of you. Her delighted expression fell. The disappointment in her eyes was immeasurable. I'm sorry, I really should get going. Here, I appreciate it. I really appreciate it, but you should probably keep the little buddy here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! The straw bunny clung to my thumb, but I managed to pry them off and set them down on the table. A sad smile arose on my face. I was going to miss both of them, but I knew I shouldn't stay. But wait, it's dangerous out in the woods at this time. Why not stay for the night? I have an extra... I cut her off before she could finish speaking. No, really, I need to go. I have something I came out here to do. I'm awfully sorry. Please don't go. Thank you again for everything, Strawberry. Goodbye. I got out of my seat and made my way to the exit, when suddenly I felt something hard hit me right in the back of the head, knocking me out instantly. Oh, my head. Why is it always a pain in my head? Waking myself up, I noticed I wasn't in the bakery anymore. I was looking right out of bed, the room covered with a strawberry-themed... I was looking right out of bed, in a room covered with strawberry-themed furniture and wallpaper. Despite not being inside of the bakery, this room smelled greatly of freshly baked bread and strawberries. I'm just upstairs. This had to be Strawberry's room, no doubt in my mind. Even more alarming, however, was that large vines were wrapped tightly around my entire body. Vines with strawberries growing off of them. What the hell was going on here? Why would Strawberry do this to me? God damn it, that's what I get for trusting a stranger. Was she gonna kill me? Or would she use me for some weird magic stuff I didn't understand? All I knew was I had to escape. I had to get out of here before she came back up to get me. I struggled against the vines, only barely managing to pry one off my hands out of its fruit-scented grasp. That's when I heard a familiar sound coming from the stairs. Awa, awa! Little buddy, I whispered as they waddled closer to where I was tied up. Any chance you can help me out of this? The tiny strawberry bunny looked around from side to side, observing the room. I watched them as they hopped under the nightstand and used their tiny hands to push over a basket. The crash of the basket wasn't that loud, thankfully. 2 items caught my attention that were within reach of my free hand. I only had time to use one. I had to think fast. Strawberry's diary or gardening shears. Okay, well, this time we're gonna go with the shears, because that'll actually help. Gardening shears were the obvious choice for my escape. I grabbed them without hesitation and started cutting each vine until I could worm my way out. Wah 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 wah! Shh, come on, little buddy. Without thinking, I scooped the straw bunny into my arms and carefully snuck down the spiral staircase. With each step, I feared more for what could happen if I got caught. I still didn't know why Strawberry had knocked me out. She could be planning anything. I sure as hell wasn't going to stick around to see what she had planned. Creeping down into the main bakery, a million thoughts of panic rushed through my mind. In the distance, I could hear the soft humming of my captor. It appeared to be coming from the kitchen. I tiptoed through the bakery to the door, my heartbeat increasing in speed. I froze in place upon opening the door, forgetting that these types of stores have bells attached to the doors. The humming in the distance stopped in an instant. I didn't have time to be careful anymore. I bolted through the door and into the woods. Running through the fields of strawberries, I briefly glanced behind me for a moment. The sight I saw was certainly less than pleasant. Those eyes of hers, they looked unlike anything I've ever seen. She looked like a true monster. Rat, you can't hide, Rat. She chased after me as I ran through the trees. I tried to lose her within the winding paths of the forest. I clung to onto Straw Bunny for dear life. The sweat that emanated from my palms didn't help, however. Palms didn't help. Wawa! Straw Bunny cried out, losing grip on my hand themselves. The poor creature managed to slip out of my hands, rolling far, far behind me into a bush. I stopped for a moment to try and recollect them, but fear coursed through my veins upon hearing footsteps getting closer and closer. How was she so insanely fast? It was terrifying. I was being chased by someone with abilities I didn't even understand. I'm so sorry, little buddy, I whispered before running like my life depended on it. My life did depend on it. My legs were still sore from earlier, but I had to push through. I couldn't let her catch me. Not like this. At one point, I had run so much that I was certain I had lost her. I looked behind me once more to be sure. I felt relief for a moment, but that relief was short-lived as I felt my feet stumble over a rock. Immediately knocking me unconscious, I slammed my head into the dirt path. Uh-oh. Hello. That's not what I said. Hello, are you all right there? Ending 4 out of 5. It's the loop. There's 5 endings? Well, I'm only 24 minutes in. I know a few of these have to be cut. Let's go. Credits. I'll buy Smile Straw Bunny. PlayOnLoop.com. License under Creative Commons. Okay, we got ending 4. Let's load the diary. I grabbed the diary without thinking. Something in my gut told me there would be some sort of information, some sort of answer, something at all that would help me make sense of all this. With my single hand, I began flipping through the pages. Strawberry's diary. Day 1. I finally did it. I proved myself enough with my magic to be sent on a special mission. They told me that I'm finally ready to fulfill my purpose. I'm finally ready to make a good impact on the world. I'm bringing this diary with me to fill out all my fun adventures. Apparently I'm being sent to some sort of pocket dimension. They said it'll just be me for a while, but I know how to garden and bake, so at least food won't be an issue. I asked them what the purpose of the pocket dimension was, and they said that people with great desires often find themselves lost in forests like these. They get sent here, and my job is to help them fulfill their true desires. I'm not sure how good I'll be at fulfilling desires. I'm just a strawberry witch after all. But I won't let anyone down. I want to fulfill my purpose no matter what. I'll bring a few books about wish granting to study up on. I could really use any help I can get. I'm sure I'll find someone to help the others, right? Day 5. I absolutely love my little bakery. So far no one has come yet, but I search every edge of this pocket world just in case pretty often. I'll admit I'm getting a little anxious out here all by myself. I really hope that these people desire sweet treats, haha. They never did tell me what's supposed to happen after I help people. I guess I'll just wander back into the forest and find their way out. I don't know. I'm sure I'll update this more if I find an answer. Day 16. Someone finally came. A girl. A kind and pretty girl. She and I talked in my bakery for a while, and I gave her absolutely every treat her heart desired. It was so lovely talking to another person after such a long, long time. I'm really gonna miss her. She went back into the woods just now. I offered to let her stay longer, but she said she couldn't. She looked exasperated and despondent. There was a complicated look in her eyes I didn't quite understand. I hope I helped her. I did everything correctly, right? Day 17. Oh my god. Oh god. The girl, Why? I found her by the lake. She had... Oh god. She drowned. She's not alive anymore. Here one moment turned to absolutely nothing but an empty shell the next. But what do I do? They didn't prepare me for this. Day 20. I'm starting to feel a little bit better after all this. I'm sure it was all an accident, right? I did everything I could. I just need to look forward. Tomorrow's another day, and I'm gonna help many people. I still hear the girl's voice sometimes. I only talked to her once, but I miss her dearly. What happens if I can't help anyone? It's my job, my true purpose. I'm supposed to help these people fulfill their desires. I just have to keep trying. Day 42. Why does it keep happening? I'm really starting to freak out here. 3 new people have come and gone. None of them stayed for long. All of them, I found all of them. All their bodies decaying in different places in different ways. One of them stabbed himself so many times it felt impossible to count. The stench of blood sank so much into the dirt. I can still smell it sometimes walking past that area. Besides the girl in the lake, I met another girl, equally kind, but I found her body covered in so many cuts and scars. She bled far before I had the chance to get to her. The other hung themselves. I still remember seeing their silhouette through the trees. It was a horrifying sight. Even more disturbing was how their bodies swung side to side with each gentle breeze. There's no one else out here. This wasn't just any mistake. This was on purpose. I'm gonna throw up. Day 89. I haven't been able to help anyone. Not a single person. It all ends the same way, no matter what I do or what I give them. The people always leave. This pocket dimension, they sent me to a suicide forest. Everyone's greatest desires is to die. I found the most recent customer's suicide note to prove it, saying exactly how all they wanted in this world was to die. I've worked on trying to practice magic outside of my expertise. I haven't had luck yet, but I'm getting desperate. Something, anything to make them stay. Anything to keep them alive and out of the forest. Day 136. Is it all my fault? I keep trying harder and harder to make staying more appealing to them, to make being alive more attractive, even just for one more day. Nothing works. Am I destined to be a failure of a witch? I keep studying up more and more on wish granting, however it's so difficult to get a clear grasp on. This is nothing like growing strawberries. It's so lonely out here in the forest, I've started to making small creatures just to have someone to talk to who I won't find dead in the following day. I tried just making bunnies, but my magic, I just have to keep trying. Day question. I'm so tired. I've lost track of all the days. It's been so long since I last even wrote in here. For a while, I couldn't barely even leave my bakery. I was terrified of something terrible happening, scared of seeing something terrible. I feel terrified every day of waking up and seeing someone new, someone I cared about, gone from this world. Is it true that every person that steps a foot into this bakery I care about? I keep thinking that maybe if I just try harder, if I'm nicer, if I give them anything they want, possibly things will be different. Maybe they'll stay, but maybe I'm just being selfish here. Do I want them to stay because I want them to stay alive, or do I want them to stay because of the lonely desperation? I haven't been able to save a single person. I don't even think I'm that good of a person myself anymore. If I was a good person, things would be different. I would be able to prevent this all. But I can't. I can't do anything right. It all feels so out of control. My mental state is worsening by the day. I don't know how much longer I can take this. I'm getting desperate. The page after that was ripped out. I closed the book. I had read enough. So, that's why I'm in this predicament. Some relief overcame me as I realized she wasn't out for blood. It seemed like the exact opposite. She was trying to prevent another death, even if her methods of doing so were flawed. My deepest desire, my reason for coming here, she was right. Despite what I may have said in the past, I got lost in the forest on purpose. I had full intentions of ending my life from the moment I stepped into this pocket dimension. I've always clung onto those superstitions subconsciously. They always brought me back to childhood, back to a time when things were easier. Now everything was a mess. Everything felt so hopeless, so out of my control. Strawberry's words in her diary, they resonated with me deeply. I can't put her through this again. No matter what I feel about my worthless life, she doesn't deserve to see another corpse. I gently put the book down the second I heard humming coming up the spiral staircase. Strawberry. Oh, you're awake. Strawberry, you're here too. Golly, I'm awfully sorry about all this. I just kind of panicked and, well, I didn't want you to get hurt out there, so I didn't really think this through. Strawberry, it's okay. Do you think you can undo these vines? Well, I would really love to do that for you, Brat, but I can't risk you leaving out into the forest. Please understand, it's not safe out there. I have no intentions of going to the forest. Strawberry looked a bit taken aback by my response. Huh? But I thought you... Forgive me, but I read your diary while you were gone. You've been truly kind to me, Strawberry. You've done nothing but show your kindness to others, but the world has only shut you out. I know how that feels. Strawberry looked down at the floor as I spoke. You've forgotten how to be kind to yourself, though. Other people's lives aren't your responsibility, and I hate those assholes who put you here knowing this would happen to you. Why are you saying this to me? I should be saying this to you. You came into this forest for a reason, but you've done nothing but be kind to me and Straw Bunny. You're even trying to comfort me now when I did horrible things to you. She started to tear up. You're so much more kind than you'll ever know. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve any of this. I may not know much about you, but whatever happened in your life to bring you into this place, I am so sorry. I'm sorry for making you stay. Strawberry lifted her hand, and as she did, the vines retracted and let me loose from their grip. I stood up and pulled Strawberry into a tight hug. Who knows the last time either of us had one, but we both needed one. I felt her shakily hug me back, crying into my shoulder. I'm not going anywhere. I think I'd like to stay here for a while, if that's okay. No, I shouldn't force you to. You're not forcing me to? I want to. It's understandable, though, if you'd rather I not. No. No, I really would love to have you stay for as long as you desire, if that is, what you desire. I smiled and pulled away from the hug, Strawberry slowly calming down and wiping tears away from her face. What I desire. I think what I desire now is the company of someone like Strawberry, someone who understands, maybe. Bit by bit, things could get better for the both of us. At least for now, we won't have to be alone. Haha, Red, you're gonna eat all of our decorations. It had been quite a while since I moved in with Strawberry and the Straw Bunnies. I can't exactly remember how long, though. Since doing so, I've noticed her mood greatly improving. She's taught me how to bake and garden, and for me, I taught her about folklore and superstitions of different cultures. I've even watched her magic blossom and improve. She can grant small wishes with ease now. We've seen people come and go throughout the bakery. Some of them didn't have the happiest of endings, but we kept trying. Strawberry, at least, doesn't have to carry the burden alone, and she's doing a better job of not taking responsibility for it either. She has hope that one day things will be different. I'll admit, her optimism has really rubbed off on me. Hello, Earth Rat, you're dozing off again. Sorry. Well, hey, if you're that worried about me eating too many strawberries, then you should stop growing such tasty ones. She laughed her sweet, melodic laugh. I'm glad you like them. Just make sure we have enough to decorate all these cakes, okay? Alright, I suppose so. Life wasn't going to get any easier. I still think about why I originally came here from time to time. But slowly, I think things will be okay. Things will be okay for the both of us. Ending 5 out of 5. The good end. Ah, that's a nice ending. I like that ending. I'm fairly certain I've heard this music in a different one of these games, but that's completely fine by me. What happens if I eat the straw bunny? Well, an odd choice for a snack, making the strawberry look like a bunny was certainly creative, I'll give her that. The texture seemed much harder than a regular strawberry, though, so perhaps it would be easier to eat in small pieces. Carrying apart the straw bunny, I noticed Strawberry's smile fall. I could have sworn I heard some sort of high-pitched squeak, but perhaps it was my imagination. I was quite hungry, after all. The witch had an expression that I now registered as complete discomfort and disgust after putting a small piece of the straw bunny in my mouth. What are you... The taste, it was exquisite. Sweeter than absolutely anything I've ever had before. Wow, Strawberry, this is amazing. I spoke my praise, albeit with my mouth slightly full. Strawberry wasn't looking too well. I'll be right back. She quickly rushed off to the kitchen. I felt like I did something to cause her discomfort. I should follow her just in case. No, where is it? I saw Strawberry frantically opening every drawer and cupboard inside the kitchen, looking for something desperately. She even opened the massively sized oven, looking inside of it. God, dummy, why would it be in the oven? I approached her closer as she continued her search. Strawberry, what's wrong? Stay back, please. Tears were streaming down her face. She looked as if she had witnessed a murder. She did! I'm not sure what I did, but I'm sorry. How could you do that to a living, breathing creature? I trusted you. I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Strawberries are meant to be eaten. The witch's expression suddenly became more blank. No, more shocked feels more appropriate here. It was just a snag, right? Honestly, they were delicious. You should consider selling those in your bakery. I've never had anything more delectable in my life. I was cut off guard mid-sentence when Strawberry grabbed the sides of my arms. She was strong. Much stronger. Much stronger than she looked. Her grip was hurting me. Strawberry? Before I knew it, she began pushing me, backing me into a corner. With one giant push, she threw me into... her oven? The fire scorched my skin immediately, putting my body into complete shock. I could smell my flesh burning off of me. Soon I would be nothing more but a burnt corpse. I struggled to get out of the oven, get out of the fire. Everything was so hot. So unbearably hot. I screamed in excruciating pain as the fire consumed me more and more. Slowly, Strawberry closed the oven. Ending 1 out of 5. Wicked Witch. Deserved. 100% deserved. How could you ever eat such a pretty cute little strawberry? Yeah, let's get back here. Interrogator! So, why exactly do you live out here all on your own? Oh, one thing led to another, and an opportunity came up I couldn't refuse. You could feel the loneliness through her words alone. It was pitiful. She didn't exactly answer my question fully, though. I was itching to know more. Truthfully, I don't like being by myself at all. It gets really quiet out here. Ha ha ha. What opportunity? Why, my bakery, of course. What else would it be? That's another thing that I've been curious about. Just why exactly did you choose to build a bakery here? It doesn't seem like it attracts many people, especially with all the rumors about the forest. Poor decision, if you ask my opinion. My questions came spilling out of my mouth, along with my internal thoughts. Every time I had hoped to clear up some suspicion, I was always brought with more questions. This time I wanted answers. You do know about the legends of these forests, correct? It would be quite shocking if you didn't know. What legends? I don't know what you're talking about. Either you're a liar or just incredibly stupid. That's mean. I didn't believe Strawberry for a second. How could she not know the rumors? Anyone who lives anywhere near these woods hears about them in even passing jokes. It's especially shocking for a self-proclaimed witch to not know the urban legend about the witch who lived deep in these woods. Surely someone must have told her, right? I guess I would be the one that has to. There are many stories that surrounding this forest, too many to count. However, there's 2 rumors I think you should know if you really insist on being ignorant. Strawberry sat there silently as I continued to tell her the urban legends. The first one is about a supposed witch that lives in the depths of these forests. Legend states that she has the power to bring anyone's deepest desires into reality. The witch's eyes lit up for a second at the mention of that story, so it was familiar to her. The second one says that anyone who becomes lost within these woods is destined to die. Well, that's just silly. I've gotten lost in these woods plenty of times, and I'm okay. You also got lost, and here you are, still standing. Well, of course, I don't believe in that one. However, a lot of people do. It just seems suspicious that you haven't heard, but chose to build a bakery here. I really haven't heard that, but the first one... I think that might be about me. Although, I'm not exactly good at granting wishes yet, I'm still learning. So it was her, after all. I thought you might be. The conversation got awkwardly quiet once more. Say, Rat, I may not be very skilled at it yet, but I can grant small wishes. Your deepest desires, within reason, could come true. I guess what I'm trying to say is, what is it that your heart most desires? I stood up from my seat almost immediately. I sincerely hope you're not still trying to win me over. I've seen past your charade here. Huh? I don't understand. Please, your smile is so fake you can see it from a mile away. I don't know what you're trying to do here, but whatever it is, it's not working on me. No, there must have been some sort of misunderstanding. This was ridiculous. I didn't know why I even bothered wasting my time here. Rat, please, I didn't mean any harm. I even asked to grant you a wish. I don't understand. Why would I ever trust someone as useless as you to grant my wish? You seem to be a pathetic excuse for a witch, and you're the first one I've even seen. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if you were lying about being a witch to get something out of someone. You look like the type of person who only uses others for her own benefit. Why do you even try? It's sad at this point, Strawberry. I hate liars and deceivers. Strawberry stood there shocked. No words from the witch to defend herself, That's what I thought. You're nothing but a liar. Rat, excuse me for a moment. I need to check on something. She ran off quickly to the kitchen once more. Running from your problems? She should just own up to it. This was so frustrating. Let's follow her. As if I'll let her get away that easily. Who knows what she'd be plotting. I got up from my seat quietly and followed after her into the kitchen, making sure not to draw attention to myself. The witch was running frantically from one drawer to another, investigating each cupboard with a certain sense of desperation. I knelt down behind the counter to avoid getting caught. What was she looking for? No, God, where is it? Where is it? Her voice rang throughout the room, shaken and broken. She sounded like she was crying. Her back was turned to me as she dug through one of the drawers. Suddenly, Strawberry gasped. I took this moment to sneak closer to her while she was turned away from me. She was holding some sort of paper that was ripped out of a notebook. Reading only the first few sentences, I could tell what kind of note this was. From what I could see, it began with, My dear Strawberry, I am so sincerely sorry for you to find me in such a way. I never wanted to come to this, but I just can't handle any more of this torture. Please forgive me. When I die, I want my body to be useful to you all. Please consume my corpse in whatever way you would find most delicious. Perhaps a sweet cake. I stopped reading after that part. What the hell is wrong with this woman? Have I really pushed her that far that she would resort to this? No. Clearly she was already unstable if she had that note pre-prepared. She turned around much quicker than I thought she would. It caught us both off guard seeing each other. Eek! What are you doing here? Shaking a bit, Strawberry held her note behind her back. It was a little too late to hide that. What are you doing? I didn't answer her previous question. Frankly, I was still a little shocked at such a turn of events. No, my Strawberry seeing me like this is bad enough. She was mumbling to herself now. Neither of us had answers to each other's questions. Why are you still here? I know why you're really here. I know why everyone really comes into this forest. Just leave already. Get it over with somewhere I can't see. I'm so tired of this. Her mumbles turned into loud, incoherent sobs. It was hard figuring out what exactly she meant. Taking a step back, I tried to process what she was saying, the real reason I came into this forest. I tried to help you. I tried to help everyone, but I can't do it anymore. Nothing I do ever works. Nobody ever stays. More tears fell down her face as she backed herself against the drawers. Every time she tried to wipe a tear away, another would replace it seconds later. I've never seen someone shake so much. Until suddenly the tears stopped. I was frozen in place. She looked off to the side with a dead expression. But hey, you said it yourself, Rat. I'm a pathetic excuse for a witch. Strawberry laughed, an unsettling smile creeping up on her face. I can at least fulfill my purpose one more time. I know what your heart truly desires, Rat. I didn't understand what she was saying until I realized that she grabbed a knife on top of the drawers. My heartbeat was skyrocketing. I quickly turned to run out of the kitchen. "You're going to be delicious," Strawberry called out, quickly plunging the knife into my back before I could make my escape. I could feel the blood pulling out of me as I screamed in pain. What hurt even more was the second and third stab she made immediately afterwards. I fell to the floor, feeling myself giving in to all the pain. I slowly lost consciousness. Oof. What a glorious cake. Shame more people won't be able to enjoy it, Don't worry, Rat. I'll join you soon. 2 out of 5. Breakdown. Well, that was ending. So that was the page that was ripped out of the notebook, was a suicide note. That's depressing. Wait for her. She wasn't worth going after. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 4, and 5, right? Yeah. She wasn't worth going after. I needed the peace and quiet after all. Anyway, slowly, I sat back down in the strawberry-themed chair. Nope. A moment turned out to be quite a long time. Approximately 20 minutes have come and gone, and still no sign of Strawberry. Exhausted, I didn't realize how exhausted I truly was until this moment. Who knew that a chair would normally be mildly uncomfortable? Could be so inviting. I suppose resting my eyes until she comes back wouldn't hurt anyone. The slightest loud noise and I'll bolt out of here. I knew to still be on guard, but I needed the rest desperately. It's not going to be good when we wake up. A few squeaks slowly woke me from my sleep. I opened my eyes to a truly peculiar sight. What the? Was I dreaming? A few very small creatures were nudging a delectable-looking cake closer to me. They were like small bunnies, but also strawberries? How odd. Maybe that girl wasn't lying about being a strawberry witch, at least. I tried to reach out for the creatures, but they timidly took a few steps back once seeing me move, even slightly. I retracted my hand and drew my attention to the cake in the center, topped with delicious strawberries and excellent frosting. It was apparent this was one of Strawberry's cakes. Perhaps these creatures took pity on me for having to wait so long for the witch. I don't want their pity. However, the growling sounds my stomach made were catching my attention. I must have been asleep for longer than I thought. I was already hungry. Fine, I sighed and took a slice of the cake with little strawberry bunnies had prepared for me. No hesitation, I took a bite. Chewing the dessert in my mouth, I noticed something felt off. The texture, the consistency, this didn't taste like cake at all. What the hell was this? Observing the inside of the cake should have been the first thing I did. God, how could I be so careless? Looking closer at what I was eating shook me to my core. This looked like grinded up meat with frosting on top of it. I had to hold back the violent urge to vomit all over the table. All of the small strawberry creatures, too. I had my fair share of steak, pork, and whatnot. However, this tasted nothing like any of those things. I immediately freaked out. I spit out whatever was left of that cake onto my plate. The strawberries looked up at me all at once. I had to get out of here right now. I bolted for the door before another thought could cross my mind. Was this Strawberry's doing? Did my words really bring her to feed me whatever the hell that was? The taste still lingered on my tongue. Oh, how badly I wanted to take sandpaper to it and numb it down to nothingness. I'd much prefer that to that horrible, horrible taste. I ran throughout the forest once more, just trying to get as far away from the bakery as possible. Thinking about what it could have made me feel sick. Hunched over, I clutched my stomach desperately. Before I knew it, I was throwing up all over the dirt floor. God damn it, I felt so weak. Every inch of my insides felt like they were imploding. Well, at least I made it out of there before she could do something horrible to me. I think it was finally time for me to do what I meant to do in this forest in the first place. 3 of 5. Cannibal Cake. Well, there's the last ending. This was a very fun game. Took a dark turn, and then took a sad turn, and then we went back to the dark hijinks. Cannibalism. Love that. I have no words. I'm gonna go take a nap, and yep. That is all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.